Hi everyone, Thursday in all its glory here. Between fitting curtain rails, making curtains and coming on here, collecting photographs for the videos and playing taxi for the kids, my days and nights are flowing into one another so much that all days are Mondays or Fridays. Now, I don't have some eyebrow-raising, mouth-gaping, internet-breaking news for you today, but what I am going to convey to you are the contents of two discussions I had earlier this morning concerning the royals and the video I made yesterday. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to go on to tell you about other things I find a little odd. The one person I spoke to today was a friend, and the other has a very loose connection to one of the palaces. I'm told by this palace connection that more than a year ago it was basically decided that the palace will no longer get involved, comment on, protect or cover up anything Harry gets involved in. A very good idea in principle, but with hordes of NDAs, super injunctions and millions of pounds spent on keeping people quiet, could it be that the palace thought they had covered it all or covered all the angles? Well, maybe they missed a few. I don't know. But what I do know is that it appears that there are a few courtiers who are indeed a little worried now that the mention of Harry and P Diddy's court filings has brought up issues they thought were long forgotten, exactly like I predicted yesterday. From my own comments, DMs and email, I see that some people find it hard to believe that such actions, as described in my previous video, can actually be covered up, even by the royal family. However, even if you forget about lots of money and NDAs, just think about Jimmy Savile and for how long his evil deeds were indeed covered up. So long that it only truly came out after his death. Now, I'm not saying Harry is guilty of anything. Absolutely not at all, because I do not know or have any proof of any such thing. What I am saying is that it is absolutely 100% possible for the king or the then Prince Charles, as he was until 2 years ago, and the institution of the monarchy to cover up any evil deed as they have done so many, many times for people who were not even family. Okay? So to prove what I'm saying, or at least to support what I'm saying, here is a quote from Tom Bauer's book called Rebel King. There is a cesspit of intrigue at the heart of the realm. Anyway, so I am inundated with email about my last video, and some had sent me links to old articles, some of which are years old, which actually speculates about the very same things I spoke about yesterday. There was also one email which states that at least one of the stories I mentioned yesterday was true. But unless I am provided with proof, a statement, a signed statement of some sort, or photographs, I cannot do anything about the information given, for fear, obviously, of a lawsuit and losing my channel forever. Remember, unless there is indisputable proof, such allegations are extremely slanderous. A friend of mine also made inquiries with a certain well-known person and was absolutely told to her face to drop it. Well, unfortunately, that is the kind of response which, like I said, unfortunately, fuels the fire instead of putting it out. But for now, I have said enough about this particular issue, and we are going to move on a little, at least for a while, or until something else crops up, which I can indeed use in a video. Okay, so our Duchess of Too Muchness is again out to rule the world. I have a copy of the original trademark application dated the 2nd of the 2nd, 2024. And under goods and services, and oh yes, I'm talking about ARO, American Riviera Orchard. Okay. Anyway, under goods and services and basis information, you will find that everything listed under the different codes of identification relates to food, cooking, the kitchen, or obviously the kitchen garden. For instance, Class 008 ID, tableware, knives, forks, spoon, cutlery. Class 009 ID, downloadable cookbooks and recipe books. Class 016 ID, printed cookbooks and recipe books. Class 021 ID, coffee services in the nature of tableware, servingware for serving food and drinks, decanters, dinnerware, napkin rings, table place card holders, beverageware, etc., etc. Class 024 ID, textile tablecloths, textile placemats, napkins, kitchen linens, etc. Class 029 ID, jellies, jams, marmalades, fruit preserves, edible oils and fats, spreads, butters, etc. And on it goes. But you can read it for yourself. I'll enlarge it on the screen for you. Now, I have no clue whether any of this has been loaded onto the website yet because I have not joined or subscribed, but I cajoled a member of my household to do so that I can get a quick peek from time to time. So I'll let you know when they finally start posting products and or there's movement on the website. But for now, it appears these 50 plus items and the variants are not enough for Meghan. I mean, is anything ever enough for her? It appears that even before she has even one tin or one bottle of strawberry jam on her website, she is already expanding. Yeah, I don't know or understand that term used under the circumstances because I would have thought that listing a bottle of strawberry jam would be expanding from nothing to something. But no. Meghan is now also pursuing trademarks for the right to sell cosmetic products, home decor, stationery, yoga equipment, gardening gear, pet accessories, etc., etc. The list goes on and on and on. These particular trademark applications were filed on the 9th of March and found by People's Magazine. So, I mean, let's give credit where it's due, although I'm not a big fan of this particular ragmag. Anyway, so from these applications, it looks like Meghan has plans to sell stuff in every lifestyle lane. Goodness, this new application lists everything from cosmetics to skincare to fragrances. It appears she did not like us calling her a Martha Stewart wannabe, so she quickly expanded to other stuff. So what or who is she trying to emulate now? Temu or Wish? Shall we call her the Duchess of Temu or Duchess of Wish. Pity she did not list clothing, because there is still Shane. And I mean, hey, why doesn't she list electronics and small furnishings as well? Then she can actually go and compete, or try to compete, with Amazon. One of these days, her mansion will be filled with unclaimed boxes and damaged returns. The image that conjures up is way too funny for words. Now, I've discovered something just a little strange, but let's start at the very beginning. And I'm not going to sing it to you, okay? Let's start at the beginning. There is this article in the Daily Mail, Royal News, which states that Meghan's new lifestyle brand, website, etc., is eerily similar, to use their own words, to a luxury Californian firm she wanted to go into business with. According to the article, Flamingo Estate makes Goop look like the mass market. And I went and had a look, and that is indeed 100% true. But then I have to admit that I have always thought Goop was a little trashy, and realized that people were paying Goop's ridiculous prices to be part of the joke, or as part of the joke. Anyway, I can actually see exactly where Meghan's ARO, or her original idea for ARO, overlaps with what is on Flamingo Estate. Flamingo Estate was created by stylist Richard Christensen in 2020 and began as a lockdown business. But it has grown far bigger, and his Instagram posts actually show his beautiful kitchen and garden, and it has now become known that his place was visited numerous times by Meghan in 2022. Now, my dear friends, as far as I know, 2 plus 2 makes 4. So the fact that she visited so often and that her target market appears to have been the exact same tells us that at the very, very least, she was inspired by Flamingo Estate. What we are waiting to see is how much she will actually dare to copy them. Well, my friends, what do they say? Past behavior is a good indication of future behavior. And in the past, we saw that Meghan does not have an original bone in her body, and that 90% of what she is good at is indeed copying other people. I also think that she'll do so with a tad of revenge, at least in her mind, against Richard Christensen and his partner Aaron Harvey, as it is said that she approached them with an offer to partner with them. According to the entertainment website Puck, there were numerous meetings during which Meghan made it clear that she wished to become an active partner in the business. Allegedly, she was so serious that she started displaying Flamingo Estate products in their home. However, Flamingo Estate declined her offer. So guys, we'll see what happens. We'll see whether Meghan will become Timo or Amazon 2.0, or whether she will go the elegant Flamingo Estate route. But my dears, that is just a little background and not what I really wanted to show you. Going back to the trademark application, the mark, or then trade name, is obviously American Riviera Orchard, and the owner of the mark is indicated as Mama Knows Best LLC with the following address: 101 2nd Street, Suite 1800, San Francisco, California. Now, if I look up that address, it does indeed belong to Reed Smith LLP, a law firm. The law firm which registered the trademark. Okay, except that the trademark lawyer is stated as Casey A. Loosbrock for Reed Smith LLP in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And again, I went and checked, and Reed Smith does indeed have an office in Pittsburgh. So my question is, why do Harry and Meghan keep using different lawyers? What happened to Rick Gennard, Jenny Afer, and the others they employ to do their trademark registrations and company registrations in the past? If you look at the addresses of the other registrations, you will notice that the company registrations all state 9665 Wilshire Boulevard, 5th floor, Beverly Hills, California, 90212, which is the address of SGSBC LLP, of which Rick Gennard is a senior partner. So please explain why this particular application is different. I know Pennsylvania is a neighboring state to Delaware, but that did not stop them before from using Rick Gennard's office and him appointing a correspondent. So what the heck is up? So because of that, I started searching for Mama Knows Best LLC, and the first one I found was this one, Mama Knows Best LLC in Ada County, Idaho. And then there is this one, Mama Knows Best, date filed 19th of August 2020, filed in Florida. It is indeed marked as inactive, but the principal address, the mailing address, are all the same. 2701 Southwest 132 2nd Avenue, Miami, Florida. And the authorized person or agent is one Christina Hernandez. Well, if you go to that address on Google or Zillow, you will find that it is a 7-bedroom private residence built in 1998. Now, okay, guys, I cannot as yet make any sense of this at all. It does not sit right with me. Something sounds and feels a little scammy to me, or maybe it is just my prejudice talking when it comes to anything Meghan Markle is involved in. But I am going to go down this rabbit hole a little more, because for the past, say, 3 weeks, I have been burrowing down a different rabbit hole every opportunity I get. And now this practically fits into this rabbit hole like it was made for it. But please, guys, don't go bothering people demanding answers. There is still a lot of work to be done, and maybe one of these entities sold their trade name and or company name to Megzy Daisy. We don't know. But I'm sure I'll find an American, maybe one of the people who helped me out previously, who will gladly do the research for me at the American version of Companies House. Unfortunately, I cannot get access because of my location. Anyway, so while I keep digging in my spare time, I want you to take excellent care of yourselves until we meet again on the next one. Bye.